normal at all. I got, the idea just came out from where usually my ideas uh, in the brain of mine. It comes only when I talk about. Anyway, I was not feeling well for 2 to 3 days now. I think I have a flu. Anyway, feeling little better now. So I also at the same time, I don't know. I seem to forget, maybe because I'm sick or ill. That's why I forget about the life. Anyway, let's go back to talking about being normal is not normal at all. So this idea came because people uh, keep saying that um, this is really, I'm not happy about this, but it hurts, They say that my daughter is a special child. I mean, how can it be, It's just that she's obedient. I taught her from the moment, she understand what is right or wrong. That's when, like, even when she was a baby, I disciplined her already. I I learned from my sister that you should train the babies to sleep at night and wake up at day. If they keep waking up in the daytime, I mean sleeping in the daytime, you should wake them up and talk to them, play music, just play, just to, you don't have to do it for long, just to keep them awake for like 15 to 30 minutes. At least they will get used to keeping awake on daytime, and then in the nighttime the baby will sleep with you. So I what my sister advised, I follow it, and it's also a form of discipline. So my daughter was disciplined from the moment she was baby. So the sleeping, she never gave me problem at all when she was a baby, when I start doing that. And I never having hard time not be able to sleep at the night, because she sleep with me. And when she's hungry, um at first when she doesn't move, I she just cry a bit, and I know that she's hungry, so I feed her, then check her diaper, and then she will go back to sleep. I think because she's too tired in the daytime playing with me and talking, listening to the music and everything that will stimulate her in the daytime just to keep her awake. So in the nighttime she will sleep as longer than me actually, but I mean she just sleep nicely with me. So I have no problem. So I teach her, I growed her to be obedient, follow the rules, to care for the environment, not to harm others, this kind of thing. So the people think that because she's obedient, even when she was a teenager, although there's a sign that there's a rebellious side, but it's not that hard. She knows how to weigh in what is right or wrong. So she might rebel, like, when you tell, like, choices of clothes like that, but when she know that that is not good for her, she will obey you. Anyway, my point is that their kids is so disrespectful. Even when they answered to their parents, when I heard it, sometimes it's like rude, and my daughter never answer me with rudeness, always with respect. I guess the respect I give her, I earn it, and I give it back. And she give it back to me, which is I'm happy. Anyway, my point is that people think because she's well behaved, she's very obedient. She thinks there's something special about her. I mean, this is normal things. When I grow up, I am very stubborn as a child, but still I obey my parents because it was instilled in me, the obedience. I hate washing the dishes, and my turn to wash the dishes in the nighttime, and I want to sleep early, or I don't just simply don't want, just to express my independence or my stubbornness. But I cannot just simply, I don't want to wash the dishes because it's been established rules of who will wash the dishes at the nighttime. So because we have been assigned who's doing this and doing that. So my my washing the dishes times in the night time. So I have to do it whether I like it or not, because I was taught to be obedient. So when I turn a little bit older, like I'm going to be, I think, teenager, I can't remember it, but I become more rebellious, and I'm not happy about it. So you know what I did? One day I didn't eat dinner because I don't want to wash the dishes. So they cannot force me to wash the dishes because I didn't eat the dinner. That's my logic, and I think it's everybody's logic. So they accepted it. I mean, because I didn't have dinner, so I means that I'm stubborn enough, not to wash a dish in return. I have to do, I have to suffer by not eating the dinner. That's what I want, which is nobody opposed it, not even my sister. So they just, my sister, they just wash the dishes for me because I didn't have dinner. And my father allowed it, and my mother, they didn't say anything. They just go along with it because they know that in order for me to express my stubbornness, I didn't have dinner, which in return I will be hungry, and they watch me not to eat food. And then in the morning, of course, breakfast time, I eat breakfast, and then after that, I learned that I make myself suffer if I don't obey my parents. They will not do anything to you, but in the end, the things that they taught you, it's for your own good. So that's what I'm taught my daughter. So I don't think there's nothing wrong with my daughter. Yeah, she's very obedient. Yeah, she can be stubborn. Well, actually, not. She is very stubborn. You cannot force her if she doesn't want to do it or she doesn't like it. But the thing is that, I mean, she has friends. She's not like a isolated kids. She can talk to the neighbors, looking them in the eyes. She has a set of friends that are loyal to her. I mean, what is wrong with her? Why do they think that she's special? Maybe she's I don't get it. Maybe when you heard people say your child is special child, it hurts my feeling because I know the connotation that's something wrong with my, if there's a behavioral or mental problem, but there's nothing wrong with my daughter. There's no behavioral problem. She has this whole set of friends. See, she is not very bad at school. I mean, she goes along with people, and now she start working, and she has friends at work. They invited her in the birthday party, and she even attend, and then go home early in the morning and told me that I will be my friend's house, and we're gonna be drinking little bit of alcohol and having party. Then I will go home early in the morning. I mean, it's just a response. She's just simply responsible. She will tell you, where she's going, what you're gonna do. I mean, to set your mind at peace. So, I mean, what are these people saying that my daughter is a special child? Really, maybe it's just me being so sensitive, but just being normal, being to do this thing that I was taught before. So did they think that I'm not also normal because when I was a kid, I do these things. I'm so stubborn. I saw it in her. I go hungry, not just to wash the dishes, but then I learned that, being obedient is nothing wrong with it. It will not harm you. It will not harm you at all. So that's what I told her. So, but there's nothing wrong with me if I go to school. But the thing is that I was an honor student from elementary until high school. I didn't even have to study. I just when there's only exam, first grade like that, major exam. I just read the book the same day or the notes that I made the same day, and I just get a good grade. Yeah, it's quite amazing. Sometimes when I remember those things, I was also amazed how good I am in school days. Okay, that's beyond the point. Now I'm being boastful. What I'm trying to say is that I don't think there's nothing wrong with me when I grow up to be obedient, responsible, being good at school, having my own set of friends who are very imaginative like me. We used to pretend that we're the president of different countries so that we can memorize all the leaders of different countries. That's the way I told them. So every time I look on my classmates' face, I can remember the president's names. You imagine that? That's how we pretend, in order for us to remember all the leaders. Anyway, But the point is that I'm also creative. So I mean, my daughter is also creative. Really, it's all that. But I grow up, I work hard. I went to different kinds of countries. But then, there's I have friends in every country that I went. So what was? It's just that she's almost like me. And now the modern days, they think that's something wrong with her because they're kids. They are obnoxious, disrespectful, lazy. Um, what else is there? I don't want to say so many negative things. Anyway, so my daughter is totally different from their daughter. My daughter, when she was a teenager, she never talk about boys, but I never thought that is not normal. I mean, because I grow up to her to act her age. At 13, you talk about boys all the time. I mean, what kind of life you have? There's so many things to do in life. Why will you talk about boys? You're only 13, 14. Anyway, so I told my daughter, grow up, enjoy your childhood. When you start having crush, it's normal. So she was having crush when she was like 15, but she told me it's just admiration. I told her also there's nothing wrong to admire people. If guys admire it's normal thing. Yeah, I told her. And then she started, going along with the friends and classmates. Anyway, she also joined a cheerleading club. I was also surprised. If she wants it, she'll do it. So, but the thing is, how come this daughter is not normal at all? I mean, why they call her special child? I mean, I talked to the doctor. They evaluate my daughter. There's nothing wrong with her. One pediatrician said, there's nothing wrong with your daughter. When you talk to her, she answered back. So maybe her speech is not so clear because it's so fast, but there's nothing wrong with her. Um, that's what the doctor told me. So why I'm putting pressure to myself by these people, because what they said is like, maybe because they're comparing their children to mine. I mean, come on, I grew up her. I disciplined her. The moment I can remember when she was a baby, can you imagine that? That's the way. If you really if you want to grow a normal, obedient, law abiding, respectful, cares about others person, you start from the earliest age. Anyway, so my point is that my daughter is behave normally. I cannot even, when she was a kid, I was so worried because people are judging her. And maybe they think she's okay. There's a stage of her life that she was misbehaving because I was busy at that time doing my masteral, and I leave her to the nanny. So she wants my attention. Yeah, maybe because she was used to me taking care of her, so she wants my attention. And I'm so busy doing my research, my thesis actually. So she was like hyperactive just to get my attention, and the stupid me just give her attention when she's misbehaving, which as I reinforce the bad behavior. That's the only thing I remember. And I realized that my daughter is turning to get a behavior problem because of me. So actually, as a mother, we are so biased. That's what I learned also. I only realized that my daughter is hyperactive when we were in the car. There's an old man was saying, your daughter seems not to sit down at all. And I thought it was just normal hyperactive kids. She never sit down. She just keep on moving, she told me. We were in the car. But the thing is, when the car is stopped, while waiting for other passengers, she just keep moving. But when the car is moving, she will just sit down with me. So I didn't find it, abnormal. But the old man was saying to me that maybe there's something wrong with her. So of course I observed her and I realized that I was the one who's enforcing a bad behavior or making her only giving her attention when she's misbehaving. So from that moment on, I learned, at least that old man gave me an insight. So I observed her and then I truly realized that it's my mistake. So I talked to her, okay, from now on, your mommy will not going to disregard you or give you attention only when you misbehave. From now on, you don't have to misbehave. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do. You don't have to mess up the living room or your toys just to get my attention. From now on, we play together, and no need to do these things. So that's what we did. I don't wait for her to misbehave. I call her, let's play together or do something together. So she gradually, began to sit down for a long time and stop moving, like she's not nothing else to do, like, just hyperactive behavior. Although she sometimes very active, but the thing is, it's not in a destructive way, not in a negative way. And the thing is that I observe when I give her attention, and I told her that she had developed so many activities. When she never get addicted to cartoons or to games. She played the games, her favorite games, and then after some time, she will go watch her favorite cartoons in the TV. She will turn it off, and then when the cartoon is finished, she'll turn it off, and then she will do drawing, and then she will go outside in the garden, collect some pebbles or stones or things that she just move around, or she will pick up leaves or flowers. That's the thing, she had so many varied activities to entertain her ever since, I give her attention. So I mean, that's the only thing that she shows some misbehavior. After that, she's okay. So I mean, why do they say that my daughter is a special child when all the markers and even the doctor assured me that there's nothing wrong with her? But I just don't say anything. This, some people um, compare their child to me. Come on, my child is obedient. My child, even my child is a YouTuber, a gaming YouTuber. I mean, I want her to be successful in this really badly. I told her, you have to, voice acting. You learn it. She'll learn it. Learn it by herself, and she can do voice acting. And but the thing is that her voice is so natural, like it's a gender neutral voice. Anyway, um, so uh, I really want her to be successful, in being a YouTuber, gaming YouTuber, because she likes doing it. So, and she likes talking, and she's so good at talking. She when she talks, she's like me. The idea just keep coming, and she's so eloquent. I am so amazed. She just when I watch her video, because I do her shorts. I just listen to her talking, and then I realize really it's amazing that how she, this idea just come into her brain and her imagination. Anyway, I'm so happy that she was so eloquent and talking in her gaming. So I'm so happy for her. I wish that, I hope and pray that she will have more subscriber, and people will watch her video, more of her videos. So anyway, that's what I hope for her. So I told her, never give up, keep doing it. There's nothing wrong with doing it. You just keep doing it. Just do your best. Just be good at what you're doing. I always encourage her that. Now my point is that, yeah. There's another thing. My daughter likes always to be with me. When I talk to my friends for long, of course, she wants attention. I know that, and also she wants to go home. I think she's getting tired listening to other people talking. Maybe she get irritated, or she's not having fun anymore. So she will tell me, "You've been talking for long. Let's go home now." She will. She didn't say that loudly, but she will come near to me and say that. So I know that she wants me to go home, because I'll talk so much with my friends. So I mean, she knows how to behave. She knows how to put herself. And I told her, okay, give me few more minutes, and just go and entertain yourself, and she will do that. So I mean, she knows how to behave. This is really amazing. And when my friends talk about their kids, it's so negative, and I never tell. I have no negative things to tell them. So I'll just keep quiet, because I don't want to boast how she's helping me doing the dishes. This sounds a small thing, but when I heard how they complain that their kids is just doesn't wash the dishes like that, and just keep on, filing up the dishes. I mean, for me, I will not allow it, to the dishes to pile up unless you have a valid reason. But your reason is that you're busy with the computer. I mean, that's not, that kind of reason is I will remove your Wi-Fi if you reasoned it out that you're doing your research or whatever schoolwork and you're doing. I mean, how many hours you will do your schoolwork? First you do the dishes and then after that do your schoolwork. Anyway, that's the way I am. So I don't really pressure her to be, excellent in school or to do high pace because nobody. The thing is, I apply what been I've been taught to me. Nobody pressured me to study, so I never pressured her to study. If you are really diligent in studying, of course you will get so good grades, better grades, man, excellent grades. But if you are, even if you don't study, if you pass, all I ask my requirements just to pass. I mean, I don't mind because I never studied that hard, in my school days. But then turned out to be good. Mm. So that's what I apply to her. So I don't know why they keep saying that she's a special child, really. Anyway, my point is that she's just being normal, a normal child, a normal, well behaved, obedient child who I respect and she respected me. We have this symbiotic relationship. We don't disrespect each other. So they saw that my daughter rather spend time with me staying at home than going out. What does it tell you? It means that my home is a place where you can feel peace and quiet, where you can relax. It's not even a big home. It's just a simple home. It's not even super clean. I'm too lazy to clean it. Anyway, my point is that why would my daughter, rather spend more time staying at home than staying outside? It's because staying with me, she is at ease. She feels security. She doesn't feel pressured to exhibit excellence or to prove herself. She doesn't have to prove anything to me. I told her, just prove to yourself. You don't have to prove. I always told that you don't have to prove anything to me. I don't pressure you to do anything. Just prove to yourself that you can do it. So that's what I'm telling her. And I told her, the reason I push you to be a YouTuber, because I saw it from I told her I saw it from when you were 3 years old. You talk so eloquently like a newscaster, and I even thought you were a newscaster in the television at a young age. I mean, who do that? Even my husband, he, he was also surprised. He thought the TV was on, and then he realized my daughter was talking to a tablet. So the point is that I saw her talent. So I encouraged her. I said, keep doing it. Anyway, you're enjoying playing games. Why don't you just upload your games? So she's doing it now. So that's all I hope and pray is that she will be a successful YouTuber. It doesn't want to be famous, just to have a success where she can earn good enough money that she doesn't have to work. Anyway, so my point is, if people pressured you to make your kids the same as they are, and you think you're as a parent have done a good job, you know you don't have to scold them or get angry as they grow older to do things and just do it by themselves, or if you told them to do things they just obey you quickly. So there's nothing wrong with your kids. Come on. This is the normal obedient, this is the things that you install to your kids and they're doing it as they grow up. So, this is not normal when other people say they saw that your child is so obedient. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being obedient or being respectful to the parents. The abnormal thing is being disrespectful when you call the child to wash the dishes and they just told, but later, later. My daughter never say later when she was young, but when she was a teenager, she starts saying, I'll do it later, I'll finish this. I said, how long is the later, what time? And then she will tell me after 1 hour or 1 o'clock, like that, or 2 o'clock. I said, okay, see, I know how to manage her, because when you say later, you have to be as specific. I wanted to do it in a specific time, and I want her to do it. Still, I'm still instilling her the behavior. So if the child say later, and they shout later, I'll do it. Like they're angry. I mean, come on, and that's my daughter. Anyway, I don't think my daughter will be like that, because I grow up her to be a respectful person, because I respect her. That's the thing is, if you don't know how to respect your kids, as an adult, we're the ones showing our behavior reflects on our kids. Maybe when they grow bigger, older, teenager or adult, they will be different because they have their own personality. But the thing is, the reflection of their when they're young, they're your total reflection. So anyway, I'm going to be talking again. Sometimes I'll be out of topic. So the most important thing is that if you observe, you instill obedience to your kids, follow the rules, do the be respectful, and in the return you respect them, show them respect. So there's nothing wrong with this behavior. If people think that your child is a special type because they're doing that, their child is the one who is not normal. I mean, these are human beings that follow. I mean, these are behavior that's supposed to be, as a human being, should be installed to kids. The kids nowadays are, I saw so many kids. They're so disrespectful to their parents. They I don't know. When I of course I experienced that. My daughter, when I think I pressured her to do something, and she talked back. I was so hurt. That's the first time she talked back to me. I was so hurt. But then I told her, you can say anything, but don't say these bad words. I told her. I know you want to express your anger because I'm forcing you or pressuring you, but you can say it in a different way. So I don't want to her say you say these bad words. I told her that. So I know I was wrong because I pressured and forced you, but it doesn't mean that you have to say some bad words to me. You can express your feeling that I totally disagree. I told her, say positive words. Don't hurt my feeling because I feel that you disrespected me. I told her that. So, see, that's how I handle this rebellious behavior. So, anyway, the point is that I just want to share to you guys that if people say that your kid is not normal, and the doctors say your kid is normal, I mean, it is that's why I just ignore it. Because they have their own perception. It's so funny. Sometimes I just be boastful. I told them my daughter is a YouTuber. She have a small channel, and I show them, look, because I just want to prove them wrong. She 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 she's like a normal kid. It just so happened that her mentality, she wants to talk to people with the same wavelength of her brain. If you are not measured according to the wavelength of her brain, then you can be friends, but it will not be, you cannot be friends for long, because you don't I remember, this is an example. So she used to have these friends, girlfriends. They play together, but when they become starting like 13 or 14, I don't know. I didn't see them. Birthdays are here. Watch TV, play games, play Xbox. But when they become teenager like that, I asked her, why your friends is not coming to visit? They grow up to like, they talk about boys, and I cannot relate to that. She told me, I just want to talk about games, about science, about things that interest me, and boys doesn't interest me. So I realized, she only wants to talk. when they were younger, because they play games together, they have the same activities, they have the same interest, so they were friends. But when they grow older, they'll just say hi, hello, but they don't hang out. The word is hang out. They don't hang out anymore, because they have a different interest. So that's what I learned from my daughter, that if you don't talk the same topic, then even if you grow up together, doing the same thing together, at the end you fall apart. It's because you cannot talk the same language anymore. So that's what I learned from her, which is normal, I think. Anyway, she the thing is that my daughter, I don't know, but there's nothing wrong, She, there's nothing wrong with her, not liking boys. I mean, I also tell her, you're too young. I mean, enjoy your life. So, anyway, their relationship just, they just drift apart. So, which she doesn't feel bad at all. She said they have their own interests, no, mommy, and I cannot force them. It's a total respect, but still we're friends. She told. Oh, okay. So anyway, my point is, if you have the same kid as mine and you grow your kids the way I grow my kids, and people tell your kid that is not normal, don't believe them. If you cannot, don't argue. Just accept and then show that you're having fun with your life, with your kids. You don't have stress. You don't have headache. You don't even have to gossip how bad your kids are, because you have nothing to gossip about your kids. Oh, and you don't want to boast also how good is your kid. Anyway, in behavior wise, I have the advantage, but yeah, in the grades and school achievements, not so much, because I don't like to pressure her, to excel, and you know to excel and pressure her, and to excel in academics. I'm not that kind of person. Nobody pressured me to do that. So I told her, the formula of success is hard work, um, persistent, you know don't give up. If you fall down, just get up. um, you don't lose anything. I just gain more experience and become more stronger, I told her. So, do what is good. Anything what is good. You will always know if it's good when your kids, treat you the same way as you treated them. But when you treat your kids badly, you don't, what do you expect? Come on. You expect them to be good to you when you treat them badly, when you disrespect them, when they tell them, shut up, don't say anything, when there's nothing good to say coming out from your mouth? I mean, that's disrespectful. If people say that to you, what's your reaction? Isn't that disrespectful? We say things that we didn't realize that is disrespectful. And then when we heard our kids talking like you're being disrespectful, and you think, why did this kid is being disrespectful? But you didn't realize that you're the one who shows this kind of behavior. So, uh, I have to end this now. I'm talking so much. Otherwise, anyway, I just want to, these ideas, I just want to share. Really, if you have done a good job with your kids, growing up your kids, giving them respect, you will not really suffer when they become teenager. Yeah, of course, the normal teenage behavior is rebellious, They will show rebellion. This is normal. But, it's not the extent that they give you a headache, that they make you suffer, that you just want, you just keep on, talking to your friends, bad mouthing your kids because you cannot tolerate their behavior. So that is suffering. I mean, your kid is not at peace at your home. They rather go out and be with their outside than to be in your home. What does it tell you? I mean, come on, you're a Christian. you're a Christian. I said, at least you'd have a, you know, you cannot blame other what is inside your house. If your kid doesn't want to stay inside your house, I mean, there's something wrong with you. Something wrong in that house. And who are living there? And you blame your cooker, you can blame your TV. You cannot. These are just material things that, you know, that they don't have influence in your kids' behavior. The one that influences the kids' behavior is you, the mother, the father, if there's a grandmother and grandfather, but normally it's the mother and the father. So, if something wrong with your kids' behavior, it's the reflection of you. So think it over. We're not perfect as a human being, but at least have a little insight of yourself. If your kid is, showing disrespect, where did they get them? Then how? They get it from you. Maybe you didn't realize it, but you're disrespecting them without knowing it. So I just want to end the video, and I hope you learned something from me. And again, do what is good for your kid. Don't listen to other people. When you're not suffering as your kid grows up, not suffering from their baby, you've done a good job. Start early. If you can discipline them or instill obedience at early age, and even as a baby, like what I did, keep her awake in the daytime and make her sleep with you in the nighttime. This is a form of discipline. Yeah, I know people will not agree with me. Come on, why would you, okay, you do, people will disagree with me. That's normal. Come on, why would, I'm telling you, why would you make yourself suffer not to be able to sleep in the night because your baby is awake because the baby was sleeping all the daytime? How stupid can you be? When you know how the solution. The solution is keep the baby. If the baby keeps sleeping in the daytime, start little minutes, like 15, 10 minutes, or 5 minutes. Keep her awake. Slowly, slowly, it become longer. As the baby is awake in the daytime, if you're lazy, of course you're not going to do it. You just disciplining a child, it takes energy. It takes patience, but at the end you will harvest it as they grow older. You will not have headache. Anyway, my point is that start as a baby. You know that if the baby will not sleep in the nighttime because it's awake because he is fully sleeping in the daytime, you'll be the one suffering. You cannot sleep. And you're an adult and your body needs to heal. So you become irritable. So many things happen when you don't go to sleep. When you don't have enough sleep, your health is affected, your mental well-being is affected. So you know, spend time with your kids, talk to your kids, play rattles, play music, tickle your child, do things, just to keep her awake. At the end, you'll be the one who's going to benefit because when the child is awake in daytime, the child learns that when daytime comes, mother is there to play. Mother's voice is there. Mother will play. Mother will make music. Mother will tickle. Mother will, talk to me. So he knows that the time is for waking up, because you install it to the child. And then when in the night time, he knows that the mother is quiet. So it means it's time to sleep. See? I hope people, you do, I know you will not agree with me, but, start some little minutes and you will experience the benefits of sleeping straight in the night, only waking up to feed your child and to clean the urine. But if you have good diaper, it will last longer. Anyway, buy a good diaper so you can sleep longer. But my point is, as they grow older, you don't, because one thing another is breastfeeding. You should breastfeed your kids. I think you already know the benefits. You say you're working, come on. But there's a breast pump, you stored milk for the baby when you're working, and when you come back, feed your baby, You know why? Because in the nighttime, when they start to crawl, they will just crawl and drink milk, and you don't even have to prepare the milk. See? This is the advantage, and we'll have a good sleep, read. Anyway, I'm just giving you these ideas. Maybe I will talk about it one day. As of now, I have to end the video. Thank you for watching. Hope you learned something. And good night. Bye.